Hey fam, it's Philosophy Panther. I want to talk to y'all about something today. My friends and I, tend to discuss things that most people don't tend to know the answers to, but we just speculate. You know, in this case, how do you get into a successful relationship? Built for later, not now. In our current generation, obviously, instant gratification is what we desire. It's what we want. And that's not always the case. That's not always something that we should go for. Yes, it's yes. When you're with somebody, you want to know as much as you can about them immediately, right now, if all possible, and that's fine. But what you want, and I think most people would agree, is a long-lasting partner or partners, because this method I'm going to tell you works every time. Every time I've told someone to do this, it hasn't failed. I'm lying. It failed one time, but that was between two lesbian women who were looking for, I think, the same traits. Like they couldn't decide who was going to be, I don't know, top or bottom. I don't know all that other stuff. But here, I'll tell you how this works. And I think, being 37 years old, my wife being 43, I did get a woman who's 6 years older than me. I was 25 when I met her, so she was turning 31, and we just kind of hit it off. Obviously, when it comes to like meeting somebody, obviously the first thing, and this is what gets a lot of people thrown off rip early. The first thing that you look at is someone's sex appeal. Are they attractive? Are they physically attractive? Now, this tends to piss off quite a few women who get bored too easy with guys that tell them that they're pretty. Get over your fucking selves, okay? You're fucking pretty. Tired of hearing the same thing. Okay, then, whatever. Do something different so you can hear something different, right? Okay, so we won't go into why you keep failing, but I am going to tell you how you can succeed. We see somebody who we find at least mildly attractive. For most men, we will fuck anything over a 5 if it comes down to like, this person's really dope. The desperate ones we don't count in this one. So this is what I did. Before I decided on whether or not I wanted to stay with my wife, make her my girlfriend, this whole thing, we turned it into 2 parts. An audition, and the audition will fill in the blanks of 100 things that you're looking for in your spouse or future spouse or whatever. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is not for the faint of heart. If you're too lazy to do the work, you will fail. Okay? You're too lazy to write down 100 fucking things, then don't expect your relationship to be worth of anything. All right? Now, I'm going to break up the 100 points in two categories. One is aesthetically pleasing and things that actually fucking matter. All right? So you're already attracted to the person, right? Cool. They're cute, they're handsome, whatever. That's already points that's in your aesthetically pleasing. But let's focus on the things that fucking matter. Out of 100 points, 70 points, okay, have to be 70 items that you want in your spouse that are important. I'll give you a few. For ladies, he's not a woman beater. He's aggressive. He's dangerous when he needs to be. He's financially savvy. You know, he knows how, even with $1 or $1 million, he knows how to make it work. Things like that. He likes children. He's good with children. He's sexually responsible. He's clean. You know, things like that. Women, for men, for my list was, since I am a hopeless romantic, I like to spend money on. I need her to tell me to stop spending money on her, or we'll fuck up. I need her to be able to cook. I need her to stay in a certain weight range. I like them thick, but there's a certain weight. There's a limit. Okay. I need her to be sweet to me. We can work on you being mean to the world, but I rather prefer you to be sociable as well. There's a difference between being a friendly person and, you know, throwing sexual advances. I need her to pass authority, give up authority when it comes to handling her kids. You came into this with kids. I'm going to beat their ass. They disrespect you, period. So these things are important in my list of things. And I wrote 70, and guess what? She did. Actually, I'm going to tell you, to be honest, this was her idea. She hated it later on, as she'll tell you. But out of those 70 items, they have to be all very important things. Nothing superficial. Nothing like he's got to have a 6-foot dick and da-da-da. Now, we save that for the aesthetically pleasing. The other 25, 30 are things that are physical, like 6 feet tall, 6 foot of dick, 6 figures, 6-pack abs. All right. She got a fat ass. She got big titties. She got a little waist. Her breath don't stink. She got all her teeth. She can suck dick. Great. These things are the bonus. The goal is to have as many points in the important things and have the remaining to be the sprinkle on top. The goal is to get 85%. The goal is to get 85%. And it's doable. And if you're happy with that number, that's great. But if he's not hitting or she's not hitting that number, do not move to the next step. Now, this part right here is after you auditioned for, let's make this exclusive dating. And then you've auditioned and showed each other that you can be boyfriend and girlfriend. Boom. Now we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Now we're still in another audition. Hear me out. You're never done auditioning, because someone can always do better than you if you think you're done after the marriage stage. So boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all auditioning. She's showing you she knows how to cook. She's fit, feminine, and friendly. He's fucking doing his thing. He's responsible. He's a leader. He's a provider, or he's learning, getting, reading up on how to be better in life and stuff like that. He's great with the kids, financially stable, smart, things like that. Then you implement this list, and you do not get married until you get your 85%. It took me 2 years for me to hit 85% for her. So by 2012, she was ready to be married, and she made it known, doing the stupid, all the single ladies, I'll put a ring on it, whatever. And I told her, she keep bringing it up. When I'm not ready, I'm gonna add an extra year to it. Secretly, she hadn't hit my 85% yet. So it took her 5 years. I'm adamant on that. I'm adamant. She was ready. Why am you? She got all her girlfriends, and I'm telling you, you don't want me to hate you. So when she asked me what was the deal, I gave her the most honest and mean answer you can probably give a woman. It was, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. She cried and then asked me to go on a long drive with her at like 1 a.m. I thought she was going to fucking kill me. And she was like, are you really seriously sticking to this 85% on your game? Oh, so you knew. Well, that's the only thing I could figure out why you was still, after all of this. Yes. You're like at 74. There's some things I demand before I get into this relationship. And if you can't do these things, I'm not going to be happy. And you want me to be happy, right? You're already happy. I've superseded all that you needed from me on your list. At least that's what you're telling me by asking me to, what's up with the ring and shit. I haven't produced a ring because you haven't done what I want. And I demand these things. And so I was honestly, secretly, after 5 years, going to break up with her. Because, I mean, after 5 years, you still haven't figured out, like, what, you didn't even ask me what I want. Or the things that I like. Because as far as you were concerned, you were taught, you know, coming from New York and everything, weddings and marriage is all about the woman. And it's not. And I refuse to be locked into a bullshit contract with the government stuck with you, and you're not making me happy either. And she cried. And I felt like a douchebag, but I stuck to my guns. And y'all have to do the same thing. That's the hard part. Nobody wants to be mean, you know. And if I was rich or she was rich, there would have been some documents needing to be signed. Yes. Don't fall for that bullshit. Guys, listen to me. Ladies too, because a few of y'all are in this situation. A prenup is necessary. It's mandatory. Okay? If she comes to you with the whole, well, why are you playing for our divorce before we even get married? Drop her right fucking there. Right there. Ask her, I'm going to drop you like a bad habit. Because now you're trying to guilt me into protecting me and my resources, and that means you don't love me. Give her some time to think about it. You know, and, you know, she's, nope, don't let her sign shit while she's crying, none of that stuff. Come with a clear mind. We go up there and we see the lawyer and we sign these papers. But if she can't do that, she don't love you. She don't love you, fellas. The few women who have to go through this, he don't love you. It's for the money. And I'm telling you, if you follow these steps 100% and hold out till they get to that number 85 or even 80 if you're really, really fucking desperate. But if you like me, I could wait forever. I'm in a good position. We're good boyfriend and girlfriend. And you look like you could be a potential wife. But, and this is honest God truth. Like this, I didn't really put this whole story together until I really thought about it after we got married. Now, going back and think about it, would I have dropped the number to 80% if I knew she was going to have a stroke 2 years later? Yes. To have more time, to have a fully functioning wife. But within those 5 years that we were together before marriage and those 2 years, 2.5 years, almost 2 years. Yeah. Afterwards, she had done everything. Once she realized she didn't hit that number, by the time we were married, she was like at 90%. That's when I knew she loved me. That no matter what we do to each other, our foot better touch. You better touch me somehow when you're angry before we go to bed. Or we don't go to bed and we talk this up until 4 a.m, which we've done thrice. 4 a.m, I'm passing out. Just trying to hear, you're not listening to me. I'm listening. You're just repeating the same shit over and over. I told you I was sorry. You just want to shut me up. It's 4 a.m. Yes, I want to shut you the fuck up. Be honest. And if she can't take your honesty and she gets mad about that stuff, she ain't the one. I am honest to a fault with my wife because she does not scare me. I have some friends who didn't even do nothing wrong. And their wives or their girlfriends think they did something wrong and have apologized for nothing. And now they can't do shit. They're stuck by the balls, and I feel bad for them. I do. Because, and it's 4 of them, 4 guys who are just stuck. They're not punks, but they just scared to make her upset. And I fear nobody. Because if I'm miserable because I can't do the things I want to do. Now, if it come down to it, like right now, if I were to call any of my guys and say, let's do a guy's trip right now to fucking Madagascar. I'm not sure if all of them could be like, all right, guys trip, let's go. After discussing it, obviously you do the right thing. You discuss it with your partner. Obviously, you don't just say, fuck it, I'm going, bitch. No, that's rude. Just say, look, it's an annual thing. It's the boys. We're trying to go out and go ooga ooga and have a great time. Boom. And if guys are smart, you say, hey, look, we'll plan 2 trips a year. I do something with you and I do something with the boys. And you make sure that trip with her is just as dynamite or as good or whatever the fuck she wants to do, as long as it don't fuck up the guy's trip, right? There's just ways you got to go about things. You got to go. If you're too afraid to go through the fire with the person that supposedly loves you, then you're just going to be the backseat to your life for the rest of your life. And yes, plenty of times this woman got fiery and got upset and she went off on me because of the things I've said. But if I didn't say them, I'd be, oh God, I don't know. I got to check with the wife. It's okay to go open the mailbox. You don't want to live your life like that. It's a very sad existence. And vice versa. Okay? There are things, well, before we reverse it. Now, there are things that we're just not fucking doing. Because we're men. We're grown and we're married. If you are married at this point, you don't go, to a fucking, I don't know, backstage party with some celebrity and don't tell her or bring her along and stuff and there's bitches there. Anything that could get you in trouble on a serious level when it comes to other females, don't go there. Don't be stupid. All right. But if you're trying to live life and have friends, being married doesn't mean you can't have friends that you can go out and do things with solo. And if you can't do that, I know you're not happy. You're too afraid to tell her. And now on the reverse side, if she having mimosas with her girls, don't interrupt her. Don't. She needs that freedom from the house. Because if she's that good wife that you know of, and I know a lot of my homeboys got great ones. They cook, they're friendly, they stay in as fit as they can. They take care of the kids. Let that woman don't even, babe, but you went out last week. No, fuck that. Let her go. She needs to reset. And she come back drunk, though. That's good for you. You know what I'm saying? But you have to treat the woman properly, guys. Right? And women, you have to treat the men properly. We're not kids. So you got to let go of that old shit. If she said she didn't do it, let that shit go. Okay? You're supposed to trust them until it's in your face. Don't go digging. I never dig through Charity's phone. These are all things that are going to help you keep a long-lasting relationship. I never dig through her phone because she already know at any given time I will drop it like a bad habit if I see something. I won't be facetious. I won't take no money from her. I won't do anything. I'll just make sure I take my bed with me. If she was upright and everything was fair and something goes wrong, I'm not going to just ruin her life because she cheated on me. I'm not that person. I don't care. I'm just going to leave to keep my peace. And we can still be cordial and talk and all this other stuff, but now, most of y'all aren't like me. Most of y'all are out for revenge and let that person control you. That's why I am confident, so confident that any woman in the world, whoever I would be with, I don't check their phone. I don't do shit. But then again, I got a woman who I ain't got to worry about that with. If you have to worry about that, ladies and gentlemen, about your partner being weird, you shouldn't be in that relationship because I can guarantee you about 50% of you women are in a relationship, are married, or were married because of the wedding. You weren't ready to be a wife. Husbands, you weren't ready to be a husband, but you were too scared that she was going to leave you if you didn't put a ring on her finger fast enough. And if you're watching it with your significant other, don't be scared. Look at them, tell them the truth. That's what it was. And see if your relationship grows. If y'all start arguing from there, y'all ain't supposed to be together in the first place. Y'all start fighting and being, oh, that's what it is? Yes, that's exactly what the fuck it was. I was afraid you were going to leave me. That's why I put a ring on your finger. I was not ready. And so I had to grow into the role. Men, stop being pussy. You got to stop. Because they will find reasons. That stuff being soft like that is one of the entryways to her entertaining other guys. Be firm with what you said. Be polite. Be a dick. Because you got to be a dick to get through there. And just be honest at all times. One thing my wife says, she says, you're a jerk, you're an asshole. And yes, you're right, but I'm never a liar. I won't lie to you because I don't fear you. I don't lie to you because I love you. And vice versa. And I think once you lead with that, men, this is where you come in. If you don't lead with that kind of love and that respect for yourself, they're gonna trample all over you. Especially black women. They go through too much trauma and shit with their previous lives, or their lives at home with dad and mom and all the shit of being woman, being black and stuff, and they come home to you and you soft. Now, this being soft don't mean that you quiet. If you're a quiet person, then that's just what it is. Being soft is not addressing situations when you're supposed to and how you're supposed to with the appropriate amount of danger so they know not to try you. But at the same time, with enough restraint that they know that you're not going to do nothing to them. And I guarantee you, with these tiny little tips and the list of 100, y'all will have a successful relationship. I told you I only failed one time because of the two women. They were trying to figure out who's going to be in charge and shit. But I just wanted to share that with you because I see a lot of issues. And on this Panther Spot podcast, there are going to be times where I'm not going to have a whole panel. And I just want to talk to you guys. And I want to tell you what works for me and has worked for other people. And if I call you out inadvertently, like I don't say names, but if what I'm saying, it's kind of like when you go to church, you've been to church in a while, you go back to church and it sounds like what the pastor was talking about was directly for you. I'm your pastor. How you doing? Pastor Philosophy Panther is trying to preach to you today. And I can do that because I've been in a long relationship. Well, that's about it. I will be, just give me some time. We'll try to crank some of these out. Got a lot of ideas for you guys. If you guys ain't got any questions, concerns, comments, jokes, leave them in the comments below. You can email me if you have questions you want me to bring up during the panel when we do a show. And I want you to know I'm equal opportunity shit talker. I hate men and I hate women. I fucking hate all of y'all. So you won't see me red pill or blue pill or blue. No. I'm going to call everybody out for the shit they do, and I'm going to praise people for the shit they do. We got to have some balance here. I love you guys. Have a good night.